Ciao. Phew. All right. We are here. What's up, everybody? And welcome to the live broadcast of Affairs of the Heart. I'm your boy DQ, D Weezy.
And it's so debonair's Aaron on this podcast. What is going on, everybody?
What's going on, Aaron? How's everything?
Everything is going cool. I actually just got done listening to the podcast. I didn't have a lot of time.
Okay, so you're ready for this episode.
Huh? You said
you're ready for this episode.
For the most part, I mean, I still
Yeah, you ready?
Freshly listen to it, so I don't really remember everything that we talked about. But for the most part, yeah. So,
all right. Okay. So you ready to jump into it?
I guess so. I mean, first of all, I just want to...
You're breaking up just a little bit.
I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who actually made the podcast today. Again, we do appreciate you guys' support when it comes to the podcast. And so we're ready to kind of get into some conversations about the things we talked about today, and what you guys thought about it. And I think that's pretty much it, right?
I don't know. Yeah, you're delayed just a little bit, and I'm not sure why. But I can still, you can hear me? We're good?
I can hear you.
All right. So let's jump into the first topic. What's the first topic from this week's podcast?
You asked me? The first topic was when your lonely friend finally gets a man.
Oh.
And we had a really good conversation about that.
And this came from you. This was a story from you that took place where you had a friend that just got a man, and now everything is about that man. I'm looking at my man. I'm sitting next to my man. I'm eating with my man, and I'm talking to my man.
You're breaking up real bad.
Hang stand by.
Well, I guess we're waiting on Dwayne to get back, guys. So if y'all could just give us a minute until he gets whatever he has going on together, and we'll be ready to go.
All right. I don't know what just happened. Child, did you panic? Did you have a whole moment just now?
Weird. I was like, what was going on? So
all right. I'm back.
Everything looks great now on your end too. So
thank you.
Jesus Christ. But it looks a lot better.
Listen, we're back. We are here. Okay, so you were talking about when your friend gets a man.
Yeah, when your friend gets a new man, and they're just my man this on social media, and what that looks like, and is that something that you are willing to do? Does that sound fun to you? I think on the podcast, we both said we didn't like it, but I also said, if I do, I'm gonna do the same shit. So,
well, I think it was the yeah, it's great when you get the man, but I don't think everybody needs to know your business. Everybody doesn't need to know that you have a man. Everybody doesn't need to know that that y'all are eating, and then y'all are watching TV, and then y'all are taking off socks, and then y'all are putting on hats, and then y'all are taking a shower together, and then y'all are doing like everybody doesn't need to know your business.
I mean, I understand it though. I mean, because it is kind of like an exciting moment for you when you finally do find someone who's even stable or consistent in your life. So I mean, I get it, but a lot of people frown upon it. I really don't feel like I frown upon it all like that. I think that it's okay for you to be excited about your relationship. And I know people on social media hate it, but I mean, fuck them. So that's how I feel.
I mean, okay, all right. So you think that it's okay to do, but
I'm just sick of seeing it because I don't have one. So I mean, that's the only reason why.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about the fact that you're bitter because you don't have one, so you sick of people. Okay, tell the truth, shame the devil. That's fine. I got you.
That was my only issue. Outside of that, do you, boo?
So it's okay when you have a man, and then it's sad that people like that.
I don't think I've ever done that before. I don't think I've ever done that when I did have one, but I still understand it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Like, if you're excited about your man, post your man or woman, post it. Like, be excited about it. You should be excited about your relationship. But just be prepared for if y'all break up. That's it.
Right, because then you've invited all these people into your relationship.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So then when you're not posting pictures with them, when you're not talking about me and my man is taking off socks and having dinner and eating food and carrying on and etc., then the people want an explanation. They want to know why you and your man ain't doing what you said you was doing last week.
Now, do you feel like they are owed an explanation?
You put them in there. You put them in the mix, so to speak. So I feel as though then they're gonna want to explain. Now it's your business if you want to give them one or not, but
I don't think anybody's owed an explanation why y'all broke up. I feel like if you decided that you wanted to be like, hey, I got a man, me and my boo is doing this, we doing that, that's fine. But when y'all break up, that doesn't mean that you are owed an explanation. Oh, me and my boo broke up because of this. Like, I don't think that that's a thing. I think that people are nosy, but I mean, I don't think that that's something that they have to do.
You don't think it's something they have to do? Okay, all right. But I think it comes along with the territory in the space that we're in. I think it's important to know that if you're going to put it out there, then people are going to, want to ask. They're going to want to know.
People feel like they are entitled to that because you have been posting about it. But people didn't ask me to post that I was in a relationship. I did that on my own free will. So if I on free will decide that I want to tell you why we broke up, then that's my decision. But y'all didn't ask me to post about my man or my girlfriend or nothing like that. That was my own decision. So my decision if whether I want to talk about it or not. And then I think that even if I did start to talk about why we broke up, then there's flack on that. Because it's like, oh, well, that should be your private business and things like that. So I think that when it comes to the breakup part, there are different people who feel different ways about that.
Okay. So you think that there are people that actually, get the requests of what happened and they don't have to answer it.
Right. Or when you do it, like, that ain't nobody's business and all that other stuff. But really, I mean, and it's not anybody's business unless I decided I want to share it.
So then what do you say to the people that say, well, you posted it, so it is everybody's business?
It was still my own personal decision to share that we were in a relationship. So if it's now my personal decision not to share why we broke up, then that's, again, my own personal decision.
Okay.
Now, unless y'all was like, post that you got a man, post you got a man. and I post it because of that, then that's a different story. But if I freely just share the fact that I had a man and my man, we went on vacation, we went to the bathroom together, we had dinner together, and all that, I mean, those were requirements, and I would understand why y'all felt like it was important for me to share why we broke up. But if that wasn't a requirement, I did it on my own free will, then I don't feel like I owe an explanation why we broke up.
Okay. I believe, as I mentioned on the podcast, I believe in having some mystery about yourself. I believe in making sure that everybody doesn't know everything about you and they don't have access to every part of your life. I don't think everybody deserves, especially within this era of social media and being able to post publicly and post things. I post what I want you to see.
Right.
And
I actually talked about how I did that too, but I just didn't show who's the person I was dating's face on nothing. So,
right.
I was still like, my man this, my man that. Y'all just didn't know who my man was. So.
Right. You saw his back or his head or his leg.
Or a picture of him. You didn't know who it was. I'm okay with that.
Right. I think it's extremely important to have some mystery about you in this day and age. Everybody doesn't need to know everything. Everybody doesn't need to post whatever you're posting, and they don't need an explanation.
Yeah.
Just because I post a picture with 4 different men and one of them might be my boyfriend, but you don't know who it is. And if I posted pictures with 4 different men, it could be either one of them. But I don't owe you an explanation of who they are.
We playing Where's Waldo? Which one is his man?
when they find your freak Twitter page, and I'll tell them which one my man is.
Well, they trying for that every day. So,
what's the next topic?
The next topic is: would you be a third person in someone's relationship?
Okay, in the relationship, because this was a 2-part question that we had. We talked about this, and we talked about our experiences in this aspect that I don't care to go back into. But go ahead, whatever you say is what you know.
I'm not gonna leave all this on me. I took care of this first one. It's on you. Let's go.
I have been in a situation where let me rather say it this way. I have not been approached about being in a relationship, but like a third party in a relationship. Mm-hmm. But our next question, I can elaborate a little.
Okay, I think that I actually talked about actually exploring this with a relationship part, and I said, I really don't think that it's a bad thing. I would have to be really sold on why this is going to be beneficial for the 3 of us. And also, is there going to be like next month a 4th and a 5th and a 6th? Things like that. Because I guess I just want to know what I'm actually walking into.
Right. I think that's honest in the case of the situation. I also think it's extremely important to know if it's something that you can handle. Because everybody can't handle being a third in a relationship, or even would want to, for that matter. There's a lot of people that are like, nah, I'm good. I want, and a lot of people don't. I think it's based upon making what you feel your relationship or your situation looks like.
How would you feel if your partner came to you and said they want to add someone to your relationship?
He wouldn't.
But I'm just saying, if he did.
If he did, I don't know. At this stage of my life, or in this age, I don't think that I would entertain it. It does not have the goal in mind of what I would want a relationship to be moving forward. I think now, thinking about marriage and kids, and that it just does not add to the goals.
Yeah. I guess I can understand that. I guess for someone who, marriage may still be a goal. Mm-hmm. I think when it comes down to kids, that is a touchy situation.
Yeah. Like, how do you explain to your kids that Uncle Steven is your uncle, but he lives here full time?
Actual biological fathers.
Say it again.
How do you even explain who's going to be the biological fathers?
Yeah, like I think it's for the sake of the goals that you're trying to achieve in terms of being into a relationship. I think it's counterproductive.
Yeah, that was really interesting. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
I talked about it on the podcast.
We didn't talk about that, but I mean, thinking, you asked me in terms of like where I am now. I don't
You
think that
never
I,
go on me, so we never really get to hear your perspective.
because you have such anecdotes to these stories. I just want to hear all that
I
you
mean,
have.
because honestly, I don't think that it's a bad idea, especially if, I mean, and I think that we talked about this on the podcast. You know, for me, I'm not really that, at 36, I'm not as sexually active as I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So to have 3 parties, I mean, I'm like, hey, have a good time. Just give me the emotional support. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that for me, that would work out.
But
But you know, when you do start talking about actual relationships and kids being involved, because that's something that I do on the floor, how would that work?
yeah, I was gonna say, but then think about it, later on down the line when you want to create a family and you want that dynamic in your relationship, then how do you explain
And I'm not saying
this?
that would not work. I just would be kind of trying to figure out how to explain that to a kid.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure that you could explain it to them, but it would just be, I think it would just be a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Something at my age, I don't want to have to do.
No.
But I think, you know, with the younger generation, I'm sure they probably have figured that out. So,
But then do you think at their age they're thinking about marriage and a family at this point?
I think if you're talking about getting into a relationship with someone, yeah, I think if that's a goal that you have, yeah, I think so. I think that they're definitely weighing up their options.
No, but I mean, like if they were, you think they're thinking about marriage, relationships, and adding a third party earlier on in their relationship to then transition into the other plans that they have talked about. Like okay, let me paint it this way.
Right.
Like when you got in your first relationship and y'all, and it has been some years at this point now, and
Mm-hmm.
y'all considered having a third join your relationship,
Mm-hmm.
but then, you're still, y'all wanted to get married and have kids, would that have carried into those plans that y'all had made, or was it just like a fly by night situation that y'all were doing just for the sake of
I don't think that was
fun?
ever even a thought
Yeah.
about kids. Like, I don't think that was an even something that we thought about. Thinking about it now, I'm just like, I don't even know how that would work, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure that there is a way for it to work out, you know.
If both parties are mature enough to make it work, absolutely.
Yeah. But I mean, the main thing that you said was mature enough to make it work.
Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of maturity to walk into somebody else's situation, which is a good segue into the next topic,
But
which is if as far as sex is concerned. Did we go there?
well, what Rashada sent me was what are your strengths?
Oh, we're gonna skip to that one. Okay.
That, and then we went into the next portion, but we can't go. Well, let's go back into that. So let's reverse it. So yes,
Okay.
let's go back into this. Someone asked me to be a third in their sexual relationship.
Right.
It's your story time.
Oh, now okay. Now
you jump in like, oh well, you know.
Well, you were about to answer the question. That's why I was like,
oh no, okay. I was trying to give out the question.
So the question is then, have you, somebody approached you about being the third wheel, if you will, in their sexual experience in their relationship? I have done it before. It's not something that at this day and age, in this point in my life, I don't think it's anything that I would want to do now, because I think for them, or for me at the particular time, I had to come to the understanding that, this couple has the, what I'm after as a single person at the time. Like, I want the relationship. I want to be in a relationship, in the house and the kids and all of, I want to have all of that. And to come into somebody else's situation in that aspect for a relationship or sex for that matter, it's not something that I think is wise to do. Now, was it fun initially and when I was younger? Absolutely. But as you get older, I think as you get older, you should kind of hone in and mature about what your experiences are and what you want to do.
Yeah, I think the time that I tried it, the guys that broke up at the same while we were like doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and one went throughout the other, and I wasn't really interested in doing it with like one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just was kind of like, I'm gonna just go ahead and pass. I'm gonna head out. It's just well, it wasn't a situation where I wanted to entertain like one or the other, because I think that they both offer two different things that I wanted at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And I think you mentioned on the podcast that you didn't want to, like, it was an individual situation and they were trying to hit you individually and you were just kind of like, no.
Afterwards, and I'm like, I don't really want to do it with you by yourself.
I don't want to do it.
It wasn't. It wasn't. None of it was that great for me to be like, oh yeah, one of y'all have better sex than the other one.
Right.
With the combination, it was like amazing, but like breaking it apart, it was like, I think I could really do without both of y'all.
So I'm gonna head out.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm gonna just stop responding.
Right. I'm not even gonna answer the phone. I'm asleep.
Yeah. My number got changed.
Who is this?
My number, my phone was disconnected. Who is this?
Right. Who is this?
I got a new phone. Who is this?
My contacts didn't save.
Right.
Who are you? Many times I've had to say that. What's the next topic? Did you just tell somebody that recently? Is that why you laughing so hard?
Because I can't imagine how many times I've said that. It's like, I got a new phone. Who is this?
Who is this?
Oh God. The next one was the one about what are your strengths in sexual intercourse?
So what did I say? Because I think I rattled off like a whole bunch of stuff. Basically, what are your strengths sexually?
Well, I mean, I said that, of course, mine is probably bottoming, which people would think. But mine is more about foreplay. Like I love foreplay. I think that's where I dominate in when it comes to sexual things with anybody. I love foreplay. I love the whole interaction when it comes to that because it makes everything else after that much more intense.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's all about me eating ass or something too.
Having your ass ate or you eating ass?
Me actually eating ass. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what I said. I'm good at that.
Eating connoisseur. You did say that.
I did say I was a booty connoisseur. I did, and finding the prostate. I enjoy trying to find. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that those are my strengths. I think that foreplay is like magical. People don't understand the strengths of that.
Some people are just not good at it, though.
Some people need to not have sex.
Some people are just not good at it, and I don't.
Have sex.
Okay.
I mean, if you can't do that, well, if we can't go to Bella Noche, what can we do?
Well, where the hell can we go? You was beeping at their wedding. You should have been beeping at their wedding.
I mean, I think foreplay is so important. People don't understand how important that is when it comes to sex. And I know people love quickies, but like quickies should not be the only kind of sex you have in.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But some people are just not good at it, unfortunately. I mean, you take what you can get in these mean streets, and if you're just not good at it, stick to your strengths. Don't do something. Listen, don't try anything new with people if you can't do. If you're not good at it, don't try it. Don't be watching porn and trying to think, oh, I'm gonna try that. Let me write that down. No.
I mean, if you're gonna try, at least practice it before you try it.
Gosh, good luck with that.
I'm just saying. Even with like, my toys, like if I see something that I like on some porn that I've seen, I will try it on my toy before I do it with another person.
Well, see, that's maturity. Some people are just like, okay, I'm gonna stand here and put my leg here and do this over here and do this way. Okay, I got it. It's like choreography. No,
Like, I love it when you want to step.
right. 1, 2, step. Then you, in the midst of it, you forget the steps and you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. And prepare for stuff. Like, don't just do something thinking you're gonna try it for the first time and you haven't prepared for it. Like, don't eat booty and you don't know what or any of that nature. Like,
But I don't think that's realistic because so there was a guy who I met a few weeks ago. Well, maybe like over a month or two ago. He never ate ass before. So he was like, I want to try it. Do you mind? I was like,
mm-hmm.
I don't mind. Oh, when it comes to that. So come out and learn your lessons. Like,
no.
But he did an amazing job. When he left, he was able to get a boyfriend and able to fulfill some fantasies.
Just not with you.
Well, that's what now we was meeting up for. I was just teaching now.
Right. Okay. So you don't mind teaching?
No. Let me tell you something. There are a lot of men out here who have been blessed because I've taught their man how to eat ass.
Oh, their man.
Yes. Well, when they finally got one, I'm gonna say that.
And they be the ones posting, we changing socks, we eating food, we in the bathroom, we over here.
I'm like, I taught your man how to eat ass.
Right. I need you to make that a hashtag. So then when people post it on Twitter and you be on there posting me and just hashtag, well, I taught your man, and just leave it there.
I will make one of those shirts.
I taught your man.
When I'm not lying about this. I have literally taught a lot of people's men how to eat ass.
Okay. I believe you. I do. I believe you.
That's so bad.
What's the next topic?
The next topic is you and your sex toy.
Oh, are we there already?
We're there.
Okay, so
because we only got like one more topic.
We have one more topic after that, and that's it.
Hmm?
Oh, so I invested in some excitement things. I had to get it before I introduced it to, the situation. I haven't used it yet. It's fresh out the box. But this is the box. It is a, you can see, so we talk about pleasure. It is a prostate pleasurer, I guess. I don't know. Aaron, you talk about these more than I do. So I don't really know.
Have you used it yet?
No, I haven't done. I just literally fresh out the box. It is very. I don't even know if you can see it.
Those are so big. That is so crazy. That those are like huge. Like mine are not that big.
It's not that big though. I don't think.
Like,
is
those
it?
are huge.
Is yours smaller than this?
Mm-hmm. All three of them.
But is it too big? I don't know. The intensity on this thing is serious, by the way.
It has to with it being like. It look like big ass balls. So.
The intensity is so serious. Like, you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
It's a serious situation. I'm a little nervous.
That's longer than the ones that I have either, though. I think it's just thicker than the ones that I have.
Well, apparently it's supposed to go like this way, like it goes in and then this just sits.
Other parts of the gooch, yeah.
Yeah. The intensity is ridiculous. I don't even know. I don't know. I will get back to you and let you know how it works with the boob.
One of those parts sits on your gooch. The other one goes into your prostate.
Right.
And then the vibration is supposed to stimulate both of those at the same time so that you get a pleasurable time. while you're using it. I just haven't used that, so I don't know how to really explain how to talk about it. The one thing that you did talk about was the fact that it has settings on your phone. Well, it has an app.
Yes, it has an app.
Yeah,
and it
dating someone. It's a very great toy to have when you're dating or in a relationship, because you can have your partner put it in and then set it off while they're in different places during the day, which I think is very hot. It's very spontaneous, and it's a great way to keep your relationship spontaneous.
Spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you really talk about your toy because it's not my toys.
Listen, you talk
here for this.
You talk about yours all the time. I was intrigued by it
for days though. You are like throwing it on me like I am talking about this toy.
Well, because I haven't used it yet. I haven't experimented with it. I just got it. So I know that it has an app. I know that I did charge it to see its intensity. I will have more to say about it when I use it. That's and I'm sure
that on that.
And yes, exactly. I'll have more to say. I mean, but I did get it from, I think it's Love Scent. It's right there on the top of the box. So if you go to their website, you'll find various situations.
So this is gonna be a short show?
No.
Because we only got one last topic left.
Well, let's talk about that. I'm sure you got some. Now, I'm sure things have happened between now and Thursday. And when did we record? On Monday when I came back?
I don't really know. I was so tired today, honestly. That's why I didn't even send you flyers and nothing today.
That's why I was like, where are the flyers for the show?
Yeah, I was exhausted today. I didn't have time to do anything. But
why were you exhausted?
I don't. My energy has just been up and down, up and down, up and down. So I don't know.
Are you still juicing?
Yes, and that may be part of the issue.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So you're not eating and you're juicing at particular times, like. Yeah. Okay. Well. It's like I don't know. Also, the comments are not coming in like they used to. I'm not 100% sure why. I'm not seeing no comments.
I wasn't able to really send anything because I was like, "Are we doing it or not?" So, yeah.
Well, what made you think we weren't doing it?
J Mac, damn! What did you miss, J Mac?
Right. Hey Jay, you didn't miss much, but apparently, what? Okay, so what's the last topic, and then we'll find something else to talk about in the next 30 minutes.
Is man stand, which is the topic for the podcast this week.
Yes.
So the thing is, I got a lot of good feedback from the podcast this week. All right, the inboxes all the time.
Yeah.
The actual podcast, I got a lot of feedback from that because people were talking about man scent and their different experiences about man scent. Who's using that toy? UN.
You're gonna. This is what we gonna do. First of all, let's be clear.
It does look like a two-way toy, though. Honestly, it does look like one.
First of all, this is my best friend. So let's talk about that first. No, it is not. It is a prostate massager that also massages your.
It does look like you can adjust it for both. You use it at the same time.
No, you can only adjust the top part. Mm-hmm. So if you need to move it closer or
the top part, that means the bottom part can go to the other person.
No,
it looks like that. It can.
No. It goes this way because this will go in your. Wait, this way. Okay, this will go.
How far back does that go, though?
Now I got to take it back out the box. I was trying to hurry up because people troll my page and to be one. Oh, he's talking about sex toys. Okay, so it inserts. You insert it this way.
Bend the back.
Bend this.
Yeah, bend it back. Oh,
no, this does. This one doesn't. This does.
How far does that part go back?
This?
Yeah.
as far back as you need it to go, if depending upon where you need it to. I mean, but it also gets really
I
close
mean,
too.
if y'all like, I mean, I can see this working for two people.
I can.
Well, you have a man, so I can't show you. But
Child, let that be the talk of the town, honey. Well, Aaron, Dwayne and Aaron is using sex
it
toys.
does look like two people can use that at the same time.
I mean, now the bottom part does vibrate.
I know they both vibrate. I know that. That's why I say that it looks like two people can use it at the same time.
But it doesn't bend far enough for you to do insertion on both ends. I think you would break it.
I don't know. But you want to go to the last topic? And, I think we were also talking about my. I should have brought it out here.
Go get it.
Let me go get it.
We have time. Go get it.
Give me 1 second.
Aaron is running to get a toy that he wants to show. Apparently, I taught your man. Yes, Jay. This is our new hashtag. I taught your man. Aaron's gonna put it. Actually, you can visit our website. I'll put the banner up for the website. We've got t-shirts. That'll be one of the t-shirts coming up. I taught your man. It's so rude. It's so disrespectful. Major, I'm not answering your questions because.
Okay.
All right.
So you remember I was telling you on the podcast that.
Uh-oh.
What?
No, I'm just.
So I was telling you on the podcast that I have one. Well, like if you are versatile top, that I have one that will work very well because it's a cock ring and it's a massager, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this one, it has.
Oh, it's the one that, yeah.
This, but it also has the prostate part on here.
But does that vibrate?
Yeah. It actually has a remote control that goes to it.
Oh. Okay. So then now seeing yours, I see why you say this end is really thick.
Yes, because mine is not that thick. And the other ones that I have are smaller than this one.
But is that the one you like to use?
This is the one that I love.
I'm sorry, what? Say it again.
The one that I love. Because it holds your balls, holds your dick, and then also you put it inside of you and it hits your prostate.
Okay.
So, which is why I was like, I like the one you have, but the one that I have, I'm really kind of like, because I know that other part is for your gooch that you have.
Yes. So that vibrates too on that end. So it's like both ends vibrate.
Right. But I mean, if you're topping someone, the one that I have would probably work better. If you wanted to have all pleasure.
Oh, okay. So you got to teach us. I don't, I'm new to this kind of stuff. I don't
I don't want to learn about that. That's too much for me right now. I'm like, it's not that much.
It's a lot. It's really a lot.
If you use cock rings, that's not that bad.
And then we talked about like metal and glass and rubber. Cock rings?
We didn't talk about that.
Oh. Okay. So which material do you prefer?
This is I think this is silicone.
Okay.
So
which you can't use like silicone based lubes on silicone.
Well, I never really use lubes. I don't know what to use.
All right. I
don't know what's supposed to be used for what.
So in doing the research in the toy situation, I've discovered that this is a silicone toy, and they suggest that you use water-based lubrication for anything to silicone. Otherwise, the silicone is going to mess up the silicone on the device or the toy. So
yeah, I never really used anything special.
See what happens when I talk to you about stuff like this. You be like, "Yeah, I'm not. We don't do that over here."
I knew today that if I use something, I know what not to use now. But
right, thank you. That's all.
So I guess the last part is
Can we go back to the main topic, the man sense that we did not talk about?
That's what we're about to go to, man scent.
Okay.
I mean, it was, do you like your man scent? Well, actually, do you like your partner's man scent? And how do you feel about your man scent?
My partner, if I can brag on him a little bit, he's very conscious about his personal sense.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't really have like a personal scent or like a musk smell. He doesn't have it at all because he's very conscious about like making sure that everything is clean. And not, don't misunderstand me, scents don't mean dirty. Because there's musk and there's must. I like my scent. It's just the natural sweat. Because I mentioned on the podcast being hairy, and hair traps, smells or odors based upon where it is. So
it's weird because every time I look at man scent, it's like a popper. So,
is that the name of a popper?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, is it?
Because I was trying to look it up to see what the definition of it was, but it just pulls up some poppers.
Nope. No.
But I just think I think that man scent is like, for me, I think that is like if I went to the gym and I came home after working out, that's my man scent. Or if I was out all day,
okay.
Like even though I took a shower in the morning time, by the end of the day, I had my man scent.
Yeah. You just smell like sweating.
But everybody smells different at the end of the day too, though.
Yeah. I can give it that.
So I think that for me, like I love how I smell.
What do you think you smell like if you had to give it like that?
I need to ask me that.
What do you think? Because I was trying to sit here and think about what I think I smell like.
I don't think you can describe that smell though.
No.
It's like I can explain it how it smells.
I think we also talked about a difference between like your arm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And musty is not musk.
Right.
And so don't let no one tell you that because their underarms smell like damn 3-day-old eggs that's their man scent.
No.
Because it's not their man scent. Boo, you need to take a shower.
No, that's disgusting.
For me, like if I'm going to the gym, I'll take a shower before I go.
And you'll take a shower when you come home.
When I come home, exactly.
Yeah.
That smell in between is my man scent.
Right. Dr. White says body pheromones are great.
I absolutely agree.
I can agree with that. Some people's, because I don't think I'm trying to think of anybody that I have encountered that I did not care for their body scent. And I don't think I can.
Okay. I can talk about this on the podcast. So yes, I can give you an example. Yes, I can. So I just thought about this. So me and my best friend were out one night, and I met this guy, really cute guy, but his man scent smelled like Old Basement. And it was like a stale smell.
So wet, damp.
Mm-hmm. But it was like, but I knew that he took a shower but he just naturally smelled this way.
Okay. So how did you was it somebody that was interested in you or?
Yeah, like we hung up for like 24 hours. Because I realized this wasn't going to change. I was like, I'm gonna head out. But it was crazy because the guy was very cute. He was a really good looking guy, very nice, but I just couldn't stand the smell. And he took a shower while I was there, so I knew that it wasn't, a bad day. This is how he smelled.
And then, like, what do you do in that situation? Like,
go home.
You head out. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like,
ain't nothing else to do but to head out.
Kwame said not Old Basement. What's up, Kwame?
It smelled like Old Basement.
I mean, okay. That's, because I'm like, people do have kind of signature smells. I know a female who is an actress, and a very well-known actress at this particular point now. But when we were friends back in the day, she smells like legit. She smells like vanilla, like her natural scent. She literally smells like vanilla, so much so that like I could be in a crowd of people.
Mm-hmm.
I ran into her one time in the Atlanta airport. But before I ran into her, I smelled her and I was like, this smells like, and I'm not gonna say her name. This smells like so and so. And literally, as I turned around, she was standing right there, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And it was a great thing. But she legitimately smells like vanilla.
I think the reason why I have an issue with that smell is because my ex-girlfriend's breath used to smell like that, and so that's why me and her broke up. And my old best friend, she was like, "I don't understand you didn't smell her," and I was like, I don't know if I wasn't close enough to her or whatever, but I know when she went to kiss me, her breath smelled like that. And so whenever I smell that, I always like I can't do it.
What was it?
The Old Basement smell.
Oh, okay.
And so like when I smelled that guy, I was like, oh, I gotta go to work early in the morning.
Yeah.
I can't stay late,
Be like texting your friends like 911, 911. Like, call me, make up something. I gotta come pick you up.
I was downstairs, so it was like it wasn't hard for me to leave. But
somebody's breath like Old Basement. Yes.
Oh my God. I'm gonna tell you, when I found out that her breath smelled like that, it was like so sad to me because we had I used to have long hair, and she used to braid my hair. All this, I never smell her breath, and so I'm thinking, maybe it's like a one-day thing. And like as I dated her, it just went on and on and on and on and on. And so we shared the same best friend, and she was like, "I'm surprised you haven't never smelled her breath." And I was like, I never smell her breath. Like I've never been this close to her. She's like, Aaron, you've been close to her all the time, so there's no way you didn't smell it.
You could have not smelled it.
And I'm like, I've never smelt it. And so I had to she chased me around my school for weeks, talking about she needed an excuse as to why we can't talk. And I didn't want to talk to her because her breath smelled so bad I couldn't talk to her.
And you didn't bother to tell her either.
Huh?
And you didn't bother to tell her.
I didn't know how to say it to her without it being like rude or sounding rude. And because we were good friends. Like she was my family and everything. Somebody's breath smell like Old Basement. No, maybe she had. I don't know if she had a dental condition or not, but I just know that her breath smelled terrible. And it was something that was very unbearable to deal with.
I'm not going to say, people have very unique hygiene situations. Flossing is a must to get old meat out of your teeth that's rotten.
Or a must.
The must. That's definitely a condition. Now, a lot of people, okay, let's kind of back on the man scent situation. Like for me, I get a lot of people that give me flack because I'm hairy.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, a lot of people can't handle that. They don't like it. They want to shave it. What's up, Rob?
That's my home.
And so they want, you know, they're like, you should shave it. What are your thoughts around like hairy men?
You know, I don't really like a lot of hair. I don't. I'm not a very hairy person. So I'm not that's not really my thing. I don't know. I don't really want to deal with it.
What is it about hair that turns you off? Like because I'm almost like, so I have some people that love it. I think some people that like, because I have a hairy chest.
So this is something we talked about on the podcast for sucking dick. This is one of the issues that I have with that, is that I don't really like doing it because I don't like, a lot of people have a lot of hair and I don't like going, I don't really like that. Honestly, people don't understand what I'm saying, but I've had so many bad experiences sucking dick. I just really, I'm turned off from it.
Oh, that's great. So like you're flossing with the hair and okay.
Right. I'm like,
okay, this is good, because I was literally about to ask this question, Kwame. So then do you want them bald like a newborn? Like,
okay. And that's some other problem is that I don't like that because I feel like I'm a pedophile. So. But there's a difference between having hair and being like a full fucking garden.
Bear.
Like, a lot. If you just have a little bit of hair, I mean, I'm fine with that. But don't come to me and you got a whole Garden of Eden to me. And I got to find out where Eve's apple came from out of my teeth. Like, is the snake in the garden?
Oh gosh, I think it's hilarious that you said that you have to be. You feel like you're dating a pedophile or doing a pedophile when they're.
I don't want nobody who has anything big because it feels like a pedophile.
But I get it. I understand it.
Cut his hair off his face and he used to shave everything. We wouldn't have sex till it grow back because I just feel like I was a pedophile. Like this doesn't feel right.
I mean, and
Rod is saying, yes, please be bald. He is a whole different type of person.
Why is Rod a whole different type of person?
He likes some young and light skin and all that.
Oh.
I don't want that.
So you don't want him to be a woolly mammoth?
Never.
I've learned that I do trim my hair. I'm not gonna shave it all off because I don't want to look like I'm 10 again. However, I will trim it so it's not like everywhere.
I might too, but I won't. So it's not a bush. But
do you ever? The reason I'm asking, because I've done this before, like in trimming and manscaping, do you ever do like designs or like try to be?
Rod, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it today. What you said? Don't do it today.
Oh, you want to do it?
He love him with some young light skinned man. I don't care what he say. He loves. Hey Terrell. That's my brother right there, Terrell. I love Terrell so much. But Dwayne does love him. I mean, Rod does love him some light skinned man.
All right. I love it. What? Nothing. What is? What about the Nike logo? Oh, because I was talking about manscaping it and putting designs in your stuff.
Oh no.
No?
I never done that, putting up designs in my pubic hairs.
No.
If you like the strip.
The one strip? Not the Nike check. That's hilarious. I think this message is for Rod.
It's not young like.
What's up, Terrell?
I hate Terrell.
Brandy.
He doesn't like young people, like young, like not legal ages, but he likes he likes guys that are youthful. I will say that.
Listen, are we playing matchmaker for Rod? Is this what's happening? Because everybody's now asking what.
That's my brother, so I gotta mess with him for a little while.
So no designs in your hair, in your manscaping.
No.
Do you
ever done that?
Put a design in there? No.
Your pubic hair?
No.
Me either.
Mm-mm.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. I've never. Have you ever encountered somebody that had?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say, I think that would be hilarious. Like the Nike check, like Brandy said, just put a Nike check on the front patch. No.
Black Lives Matter in there.
Oh, the BLM. If you pull your pants down and you got BLM in your pubic hair, I'm leaving.
You better suck it for the gods.
I'm leaving. I'm not. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna be able to do it. Sorry. Yeah, it's not happening. Lord. Anything else you want to talk about, Aaron?
I want to embarrass Terrell, but I can't. I don't want to do it on the live.
Suck it for the
culture.
I hate both of y'all. I hate y'all. I just want you to know. No. You don't want to embarrass Terrell? Come on, embarrass Terrell.
I'm gonna embarrass him.
So you gonna tell me offline what happened? Clearly, I'm out of the loop on this one.
It's hilarious, though. I can't keep it together. But yeah.
All right. Well, because Aaron is getting his giggle fits, and he gets into giggle fits. There's nothing else that we can do on the podcast.
Oh, he told you, so that's fine.
On me? Oh, hey Terrell. He is, yes, Major. He is tickled.
He asks about you all the time.
Does he really? I'm here. Hello. How are you? My name is Dwayne. Nice to meet you.
I didn't want to put him on the spot or nothing like that. But
well, I mean, you laughed till he told me. I guess that was easy.
I knew he was going to do that, but yeah.
Oh, Lord. So make sure you check out the affairs of the.
You have fans out there, and Terrell loves Simpson Dwayne.
Well, I appreciate it. Make sure you follow Dwayne on all social media platforms. Dwayne Q on Instagram. Rod, listen, I'm not associated with such place anymore. I'm just Dwayne. I am not associated. I'm just Dwayne. Thank you very much. Go to the affairs of the heart podcast.com to get our t-shirts.
Yes, please.
Please buy t-shirts. We need to have some pictures of the t-shirts we can pull up next time.
I can send them to you so you can post them.
Yeah. Yeah, most people don't know, right? I have not been at that place in over several years at this point. But yeah, go to the affairs of the heart podcast.com. Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast today and every Thursday. We're going to make it an hour earlier next week. This is my fault. We made it at 9 because I had some other conflicts. It's my fault. But
so we'll
next week,
8 o'clock next week.
We will be back to 8 o'clock next week. Bring your questions and make sure you listen to the podcast the day or earlier in the day so you can be ready for the topics that we have. And any topics that you might want to suggest, we'd love to have you. What we talk about next week, friend?
I don't know yet.
We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know yet. But I think that what we should do, you know what, I might go back to releasing the show on Wednesday so that people have time to listen to it, and then Thursday us having this conversation. Because
all right,
we're rushing people to listen to the podcast for Thursday nights. So I'm thinking about releasing it on Wednesdays again and then doing the live on Thursdays.
All right, so that might be the plan. So we'll record, the podcast will go back to its original release date, which is on Wednesdays, and then we'll do the live.
We are trying to figure it out the best way because we have started doing the lives. So the best way is just to make sure that you guys are able to like really comment on what we talked about. And I don't feel like we're rushing y'all to listen to the podcast in the same day as doing the live. So
sounds like a plan. I'm with it.
Okay. So, but I do appreciate all of y'all, Terrell. I'm just gonna laugh and let it go.
You're so mean. You do your friend like that.
I'm surprised that he popped up in here, so that's what's up. But we do appreciate you guys for listening. Make sure you guys go to the affairsoftheheartpodcast.com, check out our website, subscribe so that you get all of our notifications. If you are listening to the podcast, make sure you subscribe to the podcast on all podcast streaming services so that you get notifications when we do post new stuff. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get notifications when we go live. And is that it?
I am almost there. Hang on. Yep.
On social media at Affairs of the Heart on Facebook, The Affairs of the Heart on Instagram, and ALTH Podcast on Twitter. Anything else?
And you can find me on Instagram at Dwayne Q. You can also follow my business page, my media page, which is Swank Arts ENT. Or you're following me right here on Facebook as Dwayne Queen.
I gotta remove that picture because so I can move down so it doesn't cover up your name.
Well, the problem is the ticker down here. It also covers up whatever. You see how that does that? I'm sorry.
We'll figure that out next week.
We'll figure it out. All right.
All right. Make sure you guys can follow me at everything at Slow Debonair, and you can see it right here.
You had to find it.
On all social media. That's Debonair with no O. And I think that's pretty much it, right?
And make sure you catch our podcast on Wednesday.
Every Wednesday from now on. We keep changing that day. Every Wednesday, it's going to be released at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock a.m. in the morning. So make sure you guys are checking that out. And then meet us here on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We can have a conversation about what we talked about because it's always a great time talking to you guys. So,
all right. This has been the Affairs of the Heart live. And we'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Peace.